Peace. This is Star with the Star Blooms. Um, I wanted to share, like, really, really quickly, as I literally heard chosen lineages, and I heard rising in their abundance. And as I look down on the bottom of the deck, it says abundance. I was about to put the cards up. I wasn't even going to use the cards for this because I didn't feel like it was needed. And this was what I keep on getting, right? When we get stuff like silence, a lot of the times, y'all, we feel like it means shut up. But in truth, it's really like stillness. Stillness is an action, y'all. It's like a capture of like a serene, scenery. Like this right here. This be like nature showing up in the presence of your chaos, urging you to settle yourself within your spirit, urging you to come back to your center. Um, I had been speaking with spirit about projections in your space of awakening. I love how my team shows up for me. How projections sometimes show up as you walk out of a door, and how, ooh, spirit, I was going to say radiating within your experience of truth. And I basically got gratitude. And then look at the card that's right under it, radiate. If I could find a card that could contrast it, I would. Just so you could understand the truth. A lot of the times, Spirit, I'm gonna say it to y'all the way I got it. Y'all be operating in bewilderment. You be bewildered. You be so confused, flabbergasted on why you're set apart from it. If you got this type of energy coming up off of you, if some people get too close, they might get burnt. When you lift off, right? If it's not actually calculated within the divester, okay, Spirit, thank you. All right, Spirit. If it's not actually part of the weight, like, so if y'all ain't never flew on a plane, okay, the most important thing before you take flight is the weight. I gotta know how much fuel I got on this sucker, how far I'm going, if it's gonna make it there. I gotta make sure that the baggage is at a certain rate. I gotta make sure that I even have certain passengers counted for, because even one passenger on a plane not being accounted for could make the total fucking difference in whether or not we could stay before, like, can we stay up in the air with this, right? A lot of y'all are in the midst of walking projections because you feel like you need to be in this accommodating space for that which you've healed. That's a newness right there. That's a newness right there. I feel like I gotta apologize. Oh shit! I poked you in the eye with my wings. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm shining too bright. I apologize. Let me. I can't dim this. Spirit's like, once you get to a certain rate, you can't turn it back off. You know that. Once you make certain decisions, you can't turn around and go back the other way. It's not familiar anymore, and everybody knows this. That's what a lot of times we don't be in representation of. Your truth, your change, your investment in self is something that everybody gets to be aware of because of how you show up in that space and in that embodiment. And some rates of decision you can't come back from because of what it does with you, within you, and for you. When you are radiating, my love, please don't. Mommy's recording, Pumpkin. I felt you before you even got to the door. Come on out of here, please, and I'll come and get you. I got 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Thank you. A lot of the times we don't believe that consistency and boundaries have to be like a constitution. You don't believe that certain ways of you showing up have to be like codes with you. You don't recognize why. I don't know why I was like, why people just not getting with the program. It's not really a program to be got with though. Like, this ain't for everybody. Spirit wanted me to share something and I didn't really know how to share it because I'm like, well, Spirit, everybody be thinking that they chosen, but everybody ain't chosen. And everybody be thinking that they in a certain rate, even within the so-called spiritual community, everybody really ain't about what they say they about. That's even become like a thing, to be a thing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, who am I speaking to when I say this, Spirit? And Spirit, like, for the people who know, they know, because they done already heard it themselves, and all they doing is showing up. So it's like, we don't even have to question Spirit and what we instructed in. We just have to sometimes just continue to follow through. And what a lot of people don't recognize, because they're not in the rate of being guided within their guidance, they take offense and attack to your adjustments that are being made with you and your spirit on your journey. So then you start showing up for yourself. You start investing in yourself. It starts to show up on you. It starts to come off as like your whys. Your whys be your experience of. This ain't just knowledge or something. This is, I done journeyed through this and I got my own mark, my own stain from this shit so I could speak on it. I got I got my own space. You get where I'm coming from. So you start to have your own whys on you. I'm not just saying this because I read a whole lot of books. As a matter of fact, I'm not reading anything at this point period of time. I'm actually just sitting at a space where I get to receive it, because I ain't having to sit and hold on to so many people who required me to be at a rate of not being fulfilled, of being weighed down. I'm not having to sit in this space where I feel so attacked about my position and my posture within myself and with the Most High. I get to actually allot myself the ability to actually hone in on what is exact and specific for me. And because I'm showing up in this specific space, this area code, this frequency that's not being frequented by everybody. It's specific, it's personal, it's catered to, it's custom. This is like, this got your name on it. And a lot of the times it's chosen beings, people who have awakened, people who are, like I said, the elite, okay, among the elect, okay. You have the opportunity to be at a rate at this space. Like, your desire to continue to show up in the costume and the outfitting of participation, of coddling, of consoling, of cushioning, of comforting, of being the dose, the antidote for a group activity with your own individual snow. So it's like, you have to be at the rate to where you recognize what you carry and what you're wearing. Spirit showed me that a lot of people are in this space where they in sadness because they feel so many people around them in sadness. So you weigh down because you see the people who are in so-called retribution of the karma that they've sowed. They're reaping what they've sowed, right? So because you could feel all of this energy around you, you allowing yourself to be attacked by this space instead of you being regulated in the truth and the abundance and the wealth that you actually have called in because you've invested in yourself. Be okay with the fact that you are standing apart from, because you've done some things, you've taken some steps to get to where you're at. Stay in the space where you are in representation of the truth of what it is that and work that you've done. Okay, I don't know why it was so hard for me to get that message out, but I hope that you receive it at the highest vibrational frequency level that you could possibly receive it at, and know that you are backed up. Okay, and it's okay, and everything is well. All is well with you. Peace. I love you.